danger zone. Who's heading for the drop? Up 3 will go down from the Premier Division. Most clubs have invested a lot of money in staying in the big league, and relegation could have dire consequences for those who fail to make it. Dundee, 6 points adrift at the bottom, seem doomed already. It's 2 from 5 for the other relegation places, with Hearts, Partick Thistle, Kilmarnock, St Johnstone and Raith Rovers all in that frame.
One of the big surprises of the end-of-season relegation scramble is that Kilmarnock are involved. Up till the turn of the year, the Rugby Park team were on the brink of the battle for European places. They're 1 game away from the Tennant Scottish Cup final, but Kilmarnock have a big struggle on their hands if they're to avoid a quick return to the First Division.
Willie Waddle has gone mad, he's running onto the field.
Kilmarnock's finest hour, 1965, and Willie Waddle guides the Rugby Park club to the old First Division Championship with victory on the last day of the season over Hearts at Tynecastle. The years between have seen more lows than highs, but at least Killie are back in the big time, and Chairman Bob Feating's declaration is at this time they're staying put.
I think it was Margaret Thatcher when the troops headed for the Falklands. I think she said something along the lines of, defeat has never entered my head. We don't talk about relegation about here at all. It's never actually been a discussion.
Killie's return to the Premier has been good news at the box office, because wherever they play, thousands follow. And of course, Premier Division football is now vital to their own plans to flourish.
The increase in income in this club is quite phenomenal. I mean, clubs have told us, you know, you'll increase by that amount or this amount. Well, it's double or 3 times or 4 times what they were forecasting. And so that side of it's been great. The fans, I mean, Tommy continually praises them, but we've got, I mean, our away support is, apart from Celtic Rangers, I think second to none. And they never stop. And Saturday we get beaten, yet they gave the team a standing ovation.
But the fight to avoid the drop will be a fierce campaign, and Kilmarnock will plunge deep into the transfer market to aid the cause. Players such as young Stephen McCloy are fruits of the youth policy. Now ready-made stars will be brought in to ensure Tommy Burns keeps his team out of the bottom 3.
Tommy, in fact, yesterday we had probably a 1 hour discussion associated with players. I don't get involved in deciding which player or anything like that, because I mean, I'm the sort of chairman that closes his eyes for half the game. But the discussion was what players, you know, Tommy came up with players that he had in mind. I mean, and this morning I spent a good 25 minutes speaking to the chairman of another club, trying to convince him that he should release one of his players to us. And yesterday I spoke with another Premier club with a player they have that would like to come here.
Relegation is of course a nightmare for any club, but particularly so perhaps here at Rugby Park. Next month Kilmarnock begin their 125th anniversary celebrations, and the month after that they begin a £3.3 million redevelopment of Rugby Park. By the start of next season, all that terracing over there will be converted to a brand new stand.
Our ambition has always been to compete with the likes of Aberdeen. You know, we feel as if they stole our place in Scottish football. It used to be Celtic and Rangers down in Kilmarnock, but we feel as if they stole our Hearts when they're on a roll, a very, very difficult team and a good European team. We'd like to get back to that situation.